All right, what we're going to do today is look at how to automate the sending of reports in Odoo's version 12. First thing we're going to do is let's go to a screen. See your data here, pull up a list view, and you're going to see I created a custom report here with Studio. I go into reports, open this report up. Here are the basics. Name, the customer name, the name of the opportunity, the name of the customer, the expected revenue, expected closing, office, and region. Very simple. Now, what we can do is we can group however we want to do it. We can group by salesperson, and we could group by expecting closing date and month. And we could drill down, and we see we have 4 records, only one which has an expected closing date. Select that data and print our report. And just like that, we'll have a report printed. And we'll see here, expected closing date 12/28, and the rest are undefined, and it'll give us all of our data here. Now, once we have this report, right, we can easily manipulate those fields, things like that. So what I can do is then go into a studio, and I can pull up automations and create an automation. And I can say, send report. Maybe I want to send report when the, right, on update, on creation, on a timed condition, and I can specify a trigger date here. This is if I want to manage the automation based on some certain predefined condition. If I want to send it every month based on a certain frequency, then I'm going to do what's called a scheduled action. And I can create a scheduled action here and say send report, and I choose the model that I'm going to send from, the scheduled user, who's this report going to apply to, how often do I want to send it? Maybe I want to send it every day. The next execution, right? I can say today at maybe at 5 p.m. and number of calls, right? I'm going to say that this is going to be infinite. If I only want to send it for, 30, it'll send every day for 30 days. If I do -1, it'll be an infinite cycle. So it'll be an undefined loop. Priority, it'll just look at the number in terms of if you have X number of emails that you need to send out automatically, what priority do you want this to be in that list of execution? And then I can say what is the action to do, and I would say it would be send an email. And in that email, I can go ahead and define my template. And I can say here, email to Steve, and this email could be your opportunity report. And at that point, I can go to the advanced settings, and I can see optional port to attach. And I can see here, I need to first specify my model. And then when I go to advanced settings, I'll see my lead opportunity report here, and I can give it a report file name is opportunity overview, and content is C report attach 4, and then I could even have a any field here. I could see you can pull any field you want, such as who's the responsible user, who's the salesperson, right? And it would actually give you this field, but we're not going to use that right now. We're just going to run with that. Save it. And if I run it manually, depending on what Mitch Bossie's email is, and so once you run manually, then I also have a scheduled action for emails. My email queue manager, I could run that manually as well. And at that point, it would automatically send that email with that report attached to my actual email address. And I'm not sure if it's not going to work. I don't have my mail servers configured correctly, so it may not send emails out. But generally speaking, that is the way that you can begin to automate that. If you have any additional questions or if anything remains unclear, please let me know. And I just found out why it didn't send, I think. So if I go back to my scheduled actions and I look at report, send report, run it manually, and email. And again, you're going to have to configure this on your own, but process the email queue. Should be good to go. Okay, so that's how that works. If you have any additional questions, please let me know.